Today on Investigate TV Plus, keeping your children safe. It's the goal of any parents.
But artificial intelligence is making that job harder as predators create something sinister.
This is content that is harmful. It is the abuse, the rape, the sexual torture of children.
We take an in-depth look at a new era of risk for children, the push for stronger protections, plus
I am helpless and not in control of my own body. It just infuriates me.
Sexual abuse survivors share their trauma to encourage parents to engage in difficult but important conversations.
Then, a man with severe autism was placed in state care for his own protection, but after repeatedly wandering away from a group home, his situation took a frightening turn.
You went to jail. What was that like?
It was no fun at all.
It was no fun at all?
We investigate an arrest disability advocates say should never have happened and hear from those fighting for his safety.
And
when I get inspired, I just do it.
a former teacher makes a difference in the lives of children with a little help from a stuffed bear.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. In early 2025, a small community just outside Memphis was shaken to its core.
Teacher with the Corinth School District is facing charges after police say he used AI to create explicit videos of students.
Investigators in Corinth, Mississippi say Wilson Jones, a teacher at Corinth Middle School, was on the job when IT staff was alerted to sexually explicit content on his computer.
It's real hard because, you know, these are people that I grew up with, that my children are friends with.
According to court records, Jones confirmed he used AI to generate sexually exploitive videos of female students using photos from their social media accounts. The teen girls were never filmed. I'm Tisha Powell.
And I'm Lee Zurich. Cases of AI-generated child sexual abuse material known as CSAM are skyrocketing. Criminals are using the cutting-edge technology to make explicit images of children, sometimes created from innocent pictures.
Reporter Kristen Crowley investigates the growing threats, speaking with child abuse survivors turned advocates about what can be done to protect children.
It's not easy to talk about.
I was abused at a home daycare, starting around the age of 2.
Or easy to hear.
I am also a survivor of childhood sexual assault.
But the women before you say this uncomfortable conversation is a necessary one.
Everybody wants to push it under the rug and act like it doesn't happen. And so we've got a tough job and an important job as advocates to speak as loudly as we can and as often as possible.
Some were just toddlers, others in high school and college, when they endured the most painful trauma of their lives.
It was my father, my biological father, who sexually assaulted me until I was about 8 or 9.
They've spent their adulthood speaking out about child abuse with the Metropolitan Organization Countering Sexual Assault, or MOXA, based in Kansas City, Missouri. But now they're confronting a new threat, child sexual abuse material, or CSAM, created with artificial intelligence. CSAM is sexually explicit videos or pictures of children, and it is a federal crime. While generative AI can create something from seemingly nothing, experts say the victims are real.
These are going to be files, even if fully synthetic, that were trained on images or videos of real children out in the world.
So there was some child hurt in this process.
Yes.
Fallon McNulty is the Cyber Tip Line Executive Director for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. For years, it's seen a steady rise in CSAM reports. But now McNulty says AI is complicating the issue, making it easier and faster than before to generate images, sometimes at an alarming rate.
We first started receiving those reports to our cyber tip line in 2023, and that year we received 4,700 reports. Last year, in 2024, we saw that number increase to 67,000 reports.
In 1 year?
In 1 year. And in the first half of 2025, we have already received more than 400,000 reports.
To put that into perspective, that's an average of more than 2,000 reports of AI-generated child abuse material every single day.
Do you think incidents of this are on the rise, or is just awareness of the problem on the rise?
I think it's both. More and more people are using AI. There are more platforms that are popping up, more sites. Almost everything that we do when we're interacting online now has some type of AI component that's built in.
I'm in shock by a lot of those statistics. I have a niece who's 14 years old and getting ready to be super active in Instagram and all of that, and I am so scared for her.
That's because any image, explicit or not, can be manipulated by AI to look explicit. In 2023, a child psychiatrist in Charlotte was convicted after using AI to digitally alter clothed images of children into CSAM. Another man in Pittsburgh was convicted that same year after he digitally superimposed the faces of child actors onto naked bodies and bodies engaging in sex acts.
It pisses me off. I know there were pictures of me. I have no idea what happened to those pictures. I really don't. And boy, talk about, once again, I am helpless and not in control of my own body. It just infuriates me.
As these cases grow, so do the efforts to fight it.
Even fully synthetic CSAM, so fully created, where there is no child victim, that is still a crime. And DOJ has been clear that they will prosecute that as a crime.
Kirsten Shaliro is a senior technical advisor with the FBI and says the federal agency is dedicating more resources to tackle the growing crime.
What do you tell people who feel like this is futile? This AI is so good and it's just going to keep getting better and we're never going to catch up. Do you agree with that mindset?
No, I think we are going to catch up, and we are going to continue to fight this battle just like we always have on the traditional investigative fronts.
Congress is also tackling the issue with the Stop CSAM Act, a bipartisan bill meant to hold online platforms accountable that allow the posting of CSAM and give victims more rights. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley is sponsoring that legislation that he says is necessary to keep up with a problem that has become rampant.
Will the Stop CSAM Act, in your opinion, stop the spread of child sexual abuse material?
It'd make a huge difference. I mean, it would be the biggest thing to go up against child sex abuse material, frankly, since the internet really took off in the 1990s.
But even with added attention from lawmakers and pushback from law enforcement, Nick Meck says the problem hasn't peaked yet. It predicts it will continue to grow. This group of women says that means each person has to be their own advocate for themselves and their children.
We do need to be a little bit strict in what we share online and don't online. But again, why should we have to? And yet we do.
I think that being a mom and having to navigate all these things is frightening, but also an opportunity to have a different conversation than my mom had or her mom had.
A tough conversation, but a necessary one. It's not just pedophiles generating this explicit material. Scammers are using it for a crime called sextortion, generating fake images of children in lewd or compromising positions and blackmailing them, sometimes for thousands of dollars, saying they will release the images if they're not paid. The FBI says the scam is even targeting parents, taking regular images of their children and making it look like they're being sexually abused. If you see CSAM online, report it immediately to authorities in your area. The FBI says it has the technology to determine if certain media is AI generated and can track where it came from.
You can also contact the NCMEC Cyber Tip Line at 1-800-THE-LOST or go online to cybertip.org.